So a cryotherapy salon worker who recently touted the treatment's benefits was found dead in one of its chambers. According to the salon's website, the cryo chamber is a multi-person walk-in device which exposes the patient's entire body to hyper-cooled room air to the likes of negative 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, all devices are equipped with numerous safety features, and doors are never locked, which allows clients to stop treatment instantaneously at any time. Now, these statements obviously have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, but despite the lack of federal approval, many famous athletes, including LeBron James of the Cleveland Cavaliers, have incorporated cryotherapy into their daily routines. Some also say that cryotherapy, which entails exposing the body to sub-zero temperatures, can have great benefits, particularly after a traditional facial and moisturizer treatment. So explained esthetician Chelsea Ake, we like to do the cryofacial afterward because it helps seal everything in. Now, this is a picture of Chelsea Ake here, who before this statement was published about the treatment's benefits, she was found dead, apparently had frozen to death in one of the chambers. Now, medical examiners told her family she died in seconds on Tuesday after she entered the machine alone, and her family says she froze to death. She had reportedly been in the machine for more than 10 hours when her body was found. Though autopsy results are pending, one family member of Ake's objected to any implication she had not operated the machine properly after investigators ruled operator error led to the tragedy. Her uncle said that she knew exactly what she was doing. So obviously this is really tragic. And it's unexplainable. We don't know why she went in there after hours. We don't know, what her...
So there's two different stories here. One is what happened to her. And now obviously there's some irony here because she was pushing this therapy as the way to go, and then it turns out she freezes to death. Right.
Similar to the Segway CEO who died in a Segway accident.
Right. Did that actually happen?
That happened.
Oh God, that's
Went
not
off
good
a
marketing.
Cliff.
Okay. So now we don't know what happened to her, and did somebody lock her up in there? That sounds like that's what the family seems like they're implying that. I don't know.
Or it malfunctioned.
I don't know. I'm guessing it could maybe they're implying that, or that it malfunctioned, or when he said she knew exactly what she was doing, I don't know if it was purposeful. Yeah. I don't know.
So of course we don't know what happened to her. We weren't there, and she was the only one at the store, right? Now, overall, the second part of the story is, would you do this, right? This kind of therapy? My answer is, fuck no.
Why not?
Okay, so a couple of reasons why. One, I don't believe it. So I know every guy who's an advocate of this, they're going to talk your ear off. Like you run into some guys like the 9/11 guys. They're like, oh, do you know on a plane, if you go in this, and then the plane parts can't go here, and right, and the steel burns. I'm like, oh, please stop talking, right? So with these cryotherapy guys, guaranteed they're like, did you know that your body at that temperature? Stop talking. You're annoying me. I'm not going to do it. I'm already in bad shape. I'm not going to freeze my ass on top of that, right? Now, LeBron James does it. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? So that's.
It's an alternative to an ice bath, basically. It helps with working with the joints and the muscles and also boost your metabolism. So some people use it for weight loss, and then some people use it for the therapy thing of helping with the joints and increasing circulation and things like that.
It's an extreme version of putting an ice bag on it, essentially, because the reason you put ice on an injury is because it reduces inflammation, and this reduces inflammation in the joints as a result. And they've had really good results. I know that I think it might have been Stanford's athletic program. They have like a glove that goes on your arm that after you work out your forearms or your arm or whatever, it freezes.
No way
applies
I'm doing that.
Extreme cold to get
Stanford
rid of the
doesn't know what the
inflammation.
hell they're talking about.
I don't like when folks say things like, it just seals it all in. It sounds like Mean Girls when she's like, it just eats up all your carbs. It just sounds like this, that there's no science that I hear behind that. That said, man, this is so crappy for the woman who was selling this and believed in it, and she's like, I just want to get an extra session in before I go home, or whatever the reason was. Man, this is one of those stories that is viral because of how ironic it is, and that sucks for that one.
I mean, the way the story read, it was like, okay, then you get a facial, and then it gets sealed in, and I was like, I was already out. Happy to be out, right? And so, look, Hannah has the advantage here of having the facts and presenting the facts, and you're right, it does do all those things with your muscles, although I was hearing blah, 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 blah.
Right, yeah.
Right? And you're not an advocate for it, you just presented the facts.
Not. And I think, No, and I think there's a lot of things like this that there's different sorts of treatments that people may overdo because they're so passionate about it. And so we don't know why she went in there, whatever. Nonetheless, it's extremely tragic. You know, she was found there 10 hours later after she died. It's sad. I feel bad for her family. I feel bad for her coworkers. I feel bad for the salon. It's probably going to go out, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different things that
But that's why I wouldn't do it, right? Because you're taking some small percentage chance that it's going to get done in some wrong way. And I know, I mean, look, I've worked with people my whole life, obviously, right? I've been in the work environment for at least 25 years now, right? And even the smartest people, the most meticulous people, make mistakes, and they make them fairly routinely, right? Except there are some professions when you make a routine mistake, the other person dies, right? So that's why I don't go skydiving, because someday somebody's going to not put the parachute in, right?
But you go on a plane, you go in an Uber. Like, there's a lot of things where you put your life in somebody else's hands.
I know, but there's like 38 checklist precautions on a plane, right?
Okay, with
and
cars.
we all know statistically that planes are safer than cars, right? And I go in a car because I'm not a hermit. Right, and so I have to live with people. I don't have to go in a chamber where I might accidentally freeze to death because somebody pressed the wrong button. Oh, god damn it!
That's what it is.
It's
it's that thing that I've memorized. This is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. That is the tagline on every It's tough because that's the tagline on every 5-hour energy. Anything that's not approved by the FDA because it's chosen not to undergo FDA approvals. Now say what you will about FDA approvals and how the drug industry has lobbyists that keep people from allowing the FDA to approve things unless it makes sense financially, blah, blah, blah. But this is the point where cryotherapy, awesome, great, same thing in my mind as ginkgo biloba, and things, and all the way up to whatever Kobe Bryant goes to Germany to have done to his hand every year. That's this experimental weird thing. One of those things might go on to save us all. The other thing that sounds like it's the same category might go on to kill a bunch of people. At this point, if it's in hospitals and they're doing it, I have more faith than if I can drive to Henderson outside of Vegas and have somebody be like, okay, so apparently I just turn it on and we'll see what happens when I turn it on.
Look, I'm not some crazy supporter of cryotherapy. I've never tried cryotherapy, nor would I probably ever do it. And
Let me tell you about it, because it is awesome.
There's a lot of different things that haven't been approved by the FDA, and I get what you're saying, that it's a choice and something like that. But what I don't want to do is go into a territory where we're blaming her for doing something elective and then something awful happened to her. Do you know what I mean?
Right. No, I'm not blaming her. I feel terrible for her, right? But I'm just saying I wouldn't do it. And again, partly because I'm a jerk, right? I let people do the LASIK thing on their eyes for 20 years before I decided, hey, maybe that'll work, right? So I don't want to experiment with it. And as Brett was explaining how it heals, I was hearing blah, 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 right? And then I was like, oh, wait, if you're a professional athlete, it's super important how quickly you heal. So I get why LeBron does it. But guess what? I'm clearly not a professional athlete, right? So when Stanford says, hey, we got an intern to freeze your arm, my answer is, no, you don't.
Right.
Okay, because I'm not going to do that, because I don't know, maybe Bob accidentally presses the wrong button and my arm falls off. So you try that for 20 years, and if it turns out it's working out okay, and if I thought I could lose weight from it, then I'd freeze my ass.